So what do you do when you've got billions of ones and zeros and you need to turn them from ones and zeros into beautiful music? Well, you get one of these, obviously. And in today's video, I'm looking at the SMSL DO300EX DAC and headphone amplifier. Let's get it. What's cracking, audio fans? It's David here from Prime Audio Reviews, and here I am with the SMSL DO300EX. Now this guy is clocking in at $469, and it is equipped with the new flagship AKM DAC chip. That would be the AK4499EX DAC chip, and in combination with that, it's also got an AK4191 digital filter processor. Anyway, we're going to get into it. That's what it looks like on the top, but you probably figured that out for yourself. But I want to point this out because we've got a new design. Have a look at that. Gone forever, maybe, is that plain rectangular black box, because the new SMSL models, well, some of them have got what they call this floating window, and I think it looks pretty cool. But anyway, let's have a walk around the exterior, and then we'll talk about, well, we don't really need to talk about the interior too much apart from the DAC chip. We'll look at the back, the I/O, and we'll talk about the sound. So there be the front view, and I apologize if it wobbles around a bit, but I want to show it to you like this. When I turn it on, it kind of looks like that. You'll see it only takes a moment. It's pretty quick to load up and boot up. I like that. You got this nice, bright, colorful display. I still wish they changed the font of that PCM. It looks a bit, I don't know, it doesn't sit well with me. But, you know, that is nitpicking. But as you can see, it's a nice device. On here, you've got a sort of an old retro style volume knob. You can see the effects it has over there. But it's also a button, and if you push the button, it'll take you into the excellent SMSL menu, which trumps toppings menus by a mile. And you can see there are a whole bunch of options in there. I'm not going to go through all of them because I would be here for a very, very long time if I did that. So anyway, to get out, you just press the button again. Next to the volume knob, we've got the 6.35mm single-ended output, and above that we've got a 4.4mm balanced output. Yes, this is a fully balanced DAC, of course, and in a second I'll walk you through the back I/O. So here we are on the back panel, and as you can see, here are the outputs. You've got your balanced XLR outputs and single-ended RCA outputs, and then for the digital inputs, you've got coaxial, optical, I2S, USB Type-C, you got Bluetooth. I don't know if I mentioned, you know what, I didn't mention the Bluetooth before, but this obviously has Bluetooth. It has a Bluetooth antenna that screws on, attaches to there, and of course it supports all those high-res codecs like LDAC, aptX HD, SBC, AAC, etc. So yeah, really nice Bluetooth quality connection there as well. I have used it, not a whole lot. I used it wired most of the time, but I did test the Bluetooth, and during my testing it worked flawlessly. There were no connectivity issues. However, the source was always in my room here. Take that as you will. That's the way it's intended to be used as far as I'm concerned. And then of course you got your power plug there and a little cute little power switch there. Isn't that cute? Anyway, that's the back panel. Okay, let's talk about some of the features before we talk about the sound. So, got this great new look, floating display, nice tempered glass, fully bonded color IPS display on the front, and the clickable volume knob there. Now, in terms of output power from the headphone output, you're looking at up to 1 watt that's 1 watt times 2 because it's balanced at 32 ohms. So this will drive pretty much any headphone you throw at it, unless you've got something really, really extreme. In that case, you could always, use the balanced XLR or even the RCA outputs to go to a more powerful headphone amplifier should you need to, but I find that pretty unlikely. But what I like about this unit is it's just one piece. It's an all-in-one desktop, one device rules them all kind of thing. So it does have plenty of drive out of those headphone outputs, and it's also got dual gain levels. So if you have sensitive IEMs, just throw it into low gain and you should be good. I've used this with a variety of IEMs, and not once have I heard any background hiss or crackling or any background noise whatsoever. So really nice. You've got a nice low output impedance as well. But time to talk now about the sound. And having tested several SMSL DACs previously, I was pretty excited to hear what the DO300EX and that new flagship DAC chip had in store. And while I don't really have a preference for any specific DAC chipset, I know a lot of audiophiles do, and at the same time I know different DAC devices can sound distinctly unique even when they have the same DAC chip. It's all about the implementation really, the power supply, the quality of the power supply, the capacitors and everything, how dark or how quiet the background is. And then on top of that, there are other things just like usability and the day-to-day user interface. Like how does it actually feel when you're using it? And I'll try to circle back to that later because that is important with this device. But I want to get through the sound section first. So I would say the DO300EX embodies a sonic character that is both transparent and unbiased. Surprise, surprise, it's SMSL, similar to topping pretty much. I mean, as in going for that neutrality and transparency, and that allows the true character of your speakers or headphones to shine through. And this neutrality, sort of akin to a blank canvas for sound reproduction, is something I've come to expect from SMSL DACs. And what sets the DO300EX apart is its ability to present a very wide and a deep soundstage. So really nice staging with this DAC, lending a sense of spatial dimensionality that is truly immersive. And what's particularly impressive is the layering within the soundstage, which provides a level of depth and separation. Furthermore, this DAC and amplifier combo excels in delivering sound with impeccable organization and coherence. So there's no jitter present, well, no audible to my ear jitter present, and this ensures that even the most complex musical arrangements are conveyed with precision and clarity. Tonally, the DO300EX remains steadfast in its commitment to neutrality, refraining from any undue emphasis on specific frequencies. And if you want to cut out all that word salad, it just goes back again to what I was saying. It is linear and neutral in its response. And this characteristic aligns with the preferences of a lot of audiophiles who seek an unadulterated representation or an honest, transparent representation of their music. Now, the headphone output is equally commendable. It strikes a delicate balance between energy and equilibrium, and it manages to inject just the right amount of vitality into the audio while maintaining that poised and composed and neutral delivery. And this versatility is sure to please both casual listeners and dedicated enthusiasts as well. So whether you are just getting into the game or whether you are sort of fairly advanced in your audiophile journey, this one has got you pretty well covered in this price range, let me tell you. And while the bass response may not cater specifically to those seeking a more pronounced low-end presence, the DO300EX remains true to its neutral ethos. And this quality, though potentially not for everybody, serves as a testament to the device's commitment to a faithful sound reproduction. So I really like the sound of this DAC. It's just like most modern SMSL and most modern topping DACs. It's very neutral, transparent, and uncolored. But the thing that, for me, that sets this DAC apart is its usability. It is just, I look forward to turning it on every day. It's just so responsive. It's so consistent. It's nice and easy. To turn it on, you just click the button and it's on. It boots up really fast. To turn it off, you just do a long press. And if you want to get into the menu and change anything, it's not cryptic like the topping menus. It's all laid out there in plain English, or, you know, assuming there's other languages supported as well. But, you know, it's just a very logical setup. It sort of makes the DAC, it gets out of its way, out of your way, and out of the music's way. It just lets the music come through. It is a great DAC to use. And on top of that, it sounds amazing too. And I think for that price of like $469, there is not a lot of DACs that can compete with it in terms of functionality, quality of components, quality of build, and the audio quality. So I'm not going to do any comparisons in this video. If you want to check out the DO300 Mark II, that also sounds great. Don't get me wrong. It is also a great sounding DAC, but it doesn't have the new floating window design. And in addition, it doesn't have a headphone amplifier section. But if you're looking for an all-in-one unit, the DO300EX, I absolutely love this thing. And at the moment, I can't picture myself replacing it with anything else on my desktop. So with that said, I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give it the old thumbs up, Parfam audiophile style. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see more content like this in the future, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you later.